everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and this is...
Luke Smith.
And we are almost ready to continue our playthrough.
Almost?
Almost. There was, and this is the first time this has happened, I think. There was a correction that we need to make to a correction. All right, so here's what happened.
Wait, what?
I know, it's a little bizarre. During the editing of the last video, Grom took 3 hits in a fight and only rolled 1 defense. He should have gotten 2 wounds, but I only put 1 wound on him. So I was watching going, why did I forget that other wound? So I put a pop-up on screen and I said, hey, don't worry, we'll add this wound. And then at the end of the video, we did. And then, as one of our viewers pointed out, hey, why are you giving him an extra wound? I went back and watched it properly all the way through and realized, oh, no, we only did roll 2 hits against Grom. But there was like this funny little optical illusion where the side of one of the dice was just, I could see it, and I thought that was, okay, it was a mistake. It was silly.
We're not surprised by it. Like,
yes, you're probably not surprised. I am going to remove a wound from Grom. Sorry, Grom. Apologize for that.
Grom! Fight!
He's better now. He's feeling much more in fighting shape. And we're ready to continue. Luke got a bunch of great suggestions. The one that got the most votes came from Ben Rushing. And then there was a couple of extra suggestions that came along with that from TK Fang and Al Couture. So let's go to the table and find out what they want Luke to do.
For my turn, I'm going to move Greensleeves to Grom's space.
Now this is interesting because what they're trying to effectively do here is block the troll in. Schmetterling can't go through their space, and it also means I can't do a ranged attack through these two to get to Grom either. You've kind of created this great little wall.
Yep.
Of course, they're both in a bit of danger here, or so it would appear. There's more to this suggestion, which we'll see once it's Luke's turn again. Now, one of the benefits to me, of course, is that I know what the viewers are planning for Luke to do in the next couple of turns. Of course, one of the benefits to Luke is that he gets all that help. So hopefully it balances out. Now, one of the things I could do here is move Spike to this location and try to fire at Grom or Greensleeves, but Spike is almost dead. I can't fire at Schmetterling. A very effective blocked wall has been created here by the 2 enemies. I really only have 2 options. Try to save the Lords in this totally enemy-infested location, which seems terrible, and I'd still have to fight through these 2 monsters to get to this portal, or I can try to go for Schmetterling myself. And I think that's really the only option I have. So for my turn, I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'll open the door for 3. Now the question is, should I attack this Hammer Beast Man? Probably not, but Spike's a crazy person, and I'm going to have to rest next turn anyway. So even if I die, Spike's going to come back right away. So maybe if I'm going to risk it, this is the right time to do it. And I have my life drain left, so there's a chance I could even heal. I'm going to need to roll ranged dice and hopefully some crits. Let's see. Oh no, that is not at all. Yeah, that was a doozy of a roll. Total miss.
Well, first, the Hammer Beast Man is going to unlock this door.
Oh, this is going back to that idea you had last time, right? About creating a closed space for this monster by trying to come through. Okay, excellent, excellent. And then what?
He attacks.
Oh, I was afraid he was going to do that. The Hammer Beast Man gets 4 attack dice. That's pretty rough. Okay. Oh no.
Awesome.
Oh, that is 3 hits. Okay, that's all right, because I get to roll my defense, which is 3. And remember, if I roll any crits, they count as wounds. So it's possible I could defeat the Hammer Beast Man. Oh, well, interesting. So I did roll 1 crit, and I did block. There's a chance I could block again. Let's hope so. Oh, wow.
Unbelievable.
This is kind of unbelievable. All right, so I'm going to get to roll another defense die. Here we go. Okay, so that one didn't do any more. But wow! And the Hammer Beast Man, if he had landed a wound, would also have dazed me. So I really dodged a bullet there. Now here's the sad thing, and I really can't complain because I didn't die there, but I only did 2 wounds, which is not enough to kill the Hammer Beast Man. 1 more would have done the job. Still, for me, that's pretty good. All right, it's Luke's turn, and we have the next part of the viewer's suggestion. What do they want you to do here, Luke?
To rest.
And this is interesting because you actually don't have any guild tokens on any of your
Nope.
equipment. What's the point of this rest?
So Seth can be revived.
Okay, where's he going to go?
He's going to go right there.
Now, before we finish your resurrection, I just want to point out what the viewers are setting up here, which is really pretty clever. Seth can shoot through the Schmetterling, right?
Yep.
There's a full space here, but it's not a blocking space because these are both friends. You have to have at least one friend in a space so that you still have line of sight. But because this is two enemies of Schmetterling, this space is blocked to him.
Yeah.
So when Seth attacks Schmetterling, Schmetterling can't move through here and can't attack Seth. And when Seth attacks with magic, the enemy doesn't get to roll any defense dice. So this is a brilliant move, I have to say. Now, Al and TK had a couple suggestions here during this rest as for how things could be moved around a little bit. So what were the ideas, Luke?
Move the parring blade to Seth.
Right, the parrying blade's going to go to Seth. That gives Seth a little extra defense. Now, why would he need that? Well, they recognize that Seth is in the open here for attacks from me. I could potentially spawn in behind Seth and start fighting there, for example. Right, we remove the wounds. Oh,
and
yes.
the Masson
Yes.
goes to Seth.
Okay, so that is Luke's turn. Wow, I thought that was pretty brilliant. Great suggestions from the viewers there. I'm definitely going to have to come up with something smart, like resting. So that's what I'm going to do for my turn.
Wow.
Yeah, because all of my items are used. I know, pretty exciting. I do have a couple of ideas, though. I think Spike is seeing that the rest of his team is just kind of falling behind. They're not around. He needs some extra resources here. So I'm going to shift the Nova Bolt and the Rusty Blade over to Spike.
Oh my goodness.
Spike's going to become a beast of a fighter here. Well, oh, you know what though? There's a couple of real hazards here. If Spike dies, I've just shut down basically everything that I've got there to attack with, right? But I think I'm going to need this, honestly. Now, I've totally stripped Johan here of all of his weapons, so all he's going to be able to do is run around. Wow, I don't know. This is risky, but desperate times call for desperate measures. All right, that's going to be the end of my turn. It's back over to Luke.
Next, Seth is going to attack Schmetterling with Nova Bolt.
Okay, well, you get to roll 2 dice, and Schmetterling gets to roll nothing because you're attacking with magic. Oh, that was a big hit. Okay, so you get to roll another die, possibly another hit, maybe even more hits if you roll a crit.
Yes!
Oh, 3. Now, Schmetterling has a total life value of 5, so this is not going to kill him, but you have put a big dent in his health. Wow. Luke's over here pumping his fists. You can't see it, but it's impressive. And Schmetterling gets a payback reaction, but he has to, if he's going to attack somebody, attack the person who attacked him, which would be Seth, but he can't get to Seth. That doesn't mean that Schmetterling's out of options. In desperation, he grabs his bowl of soup. I must protect dinner! And he starts to run. He gets 2 movement points. I'm going to go 1 and then use 2 to open this door. That damage here is going to travel with him as well. Schmetterling is running like a big chicken. Now, villains are a little different than the rest of the monsters. First of all, when they die, they don't go to the spawn tile. They're just removed from the game completely. Also, everyone who helps contribute to the death of a villain will be able to collect their reward, in this case, 3 coins. So we're going to put one of Luke's guild tokens on this monster because even if I kill Schmetterling, we both get the full amount of the reward. However, only the person who places the killing blow gets full credit for the kill and therefore claims any of the associated quests. Now, looking at this board, you may think, wow, what an opportunity Rodney has here. And I sort of do. I have line of sight right to Schmetterling. But the only way to hit him would be to use a ranged attack. Now, I could use a melee attack if I was willing to move in 1 space. Then this guard would get a guard reaction. I'm down to 1 life, so that seems terrible. However, unless I kill Schmetterling with the ranged attack, the Hammer Beastman would get a guard reaction first, potentially killing Spike, and then Schmetterling would get a payback reaction. And Spike is carrying all the weapons, basically. So I'd be putting all of my eggs in 1 basket. On the other hand, if I succeed, I just won the game.
And let's not forget that he has 3 defense and 2 rerolls.
Right, so Schmetterling, actually that's a good point. It's not like I'm Seth and can just attack willy-nilly. I've got no blockers, and I don't have a special ability that's going to forgo Schmetterling's amazing defense skills. I've just got to hope that Luke rolls poorly when he attacks Schmetterling. Okay, I'm going to stop debating with myself here and I'm going to attack the Hammer Beast Man. Picking a weapon is even a tough choice for me because I want to save my best weapon if I do have a chance to attack Schmetterling, but I won't get a chance if I'm dead. So I need to make sure this works. I'm going to use the Rusty Blade. I'm going to roll 3 dice. I really, really, really want to overkill this Hammer Beast Man, and wow, I have a chance that I will. It's going to take a total of 5 damage in order to ensure the Hammer Beast Man doesn't get to hit me back. Right now I have 3. Luke's covering his mouth in surprise here. I think I'm kind of blowing his mind with my dice rolls. Wow!
Oh my goodness.
Woo!
I've rubbed off onto you.
I have sat next to you long enough, Luke, that I think I'm picking up some of your amazing dice rolling ability. Well, clearly this is going to defeat the Hammer Beast Man.
Oh my goodness.
And in real style, I'd say. And I get 2 coins as a reward, which is fantastic. And I still have movement. And you know what? I'm going to use it because I don't want Seth to be able to attack me. And I can see why anyone at this point would want to put Spike down. So I'm just going to move 1 space here. Now, Luke, you even have a difficult choice here, really, because if you attack with Seth, you only have 2 dice to roll.
Yep.
Right? That's life drain. You could run Grom up, and you'd have a total of 4 dice to roll. But Schmetterling has such amazing defense, right? He gets to roll how many dice for defense?
3.
And he gets 2 rerolls. So what do you think? What's it going to be?
Life drain.
All right, so Seth's going to roll life drain. That's going to give you 2 dice. And hey, you might even, well, you have no damage to recover anyway. And you have medicine.
Here we go.
This is it. Well, you did manage to get 1 hit. Now, it's not going to be enough to defeat Schmetterling. And you might have softened him up for Spike to be able to finish the job. Especially since Schmetterling gets a payback reaction. And he's going to continue to run away. He's got soup sloshing all over the place. And I'm going to move him right to here.
How did he run through that wall?
The door's opened.
No, over there.
Oh my goodness, right, sorry.
That's impossible.
He was really mad he busted through. No, sorry, he's going to move through the open door. All right, Spike's super excited now. His target has come foolishly charging out in front of him, and he's going to use the parrying blade to try to defeat Schmetterling. Rolling 2 dice. I got 1 hit. Now these are pretty impossible odds for me because Schmetterling gets to roll 3 defense dice plus 2 rerolls. And there's a block. Would you like to re-roll these anyway? Just to super block me? Okay, well, you blocked the attack. Now things get quite desperate because Schmetterling hits back.
No, he doesn't.
What do you mean?
He's not going to attack. He wants to protect the soup and himself.
Ah, you're right. This is smart because remember, Spike, when he rolls defense, if he gets any crits, they count as wounds. So I would just have to roll 1 crit and then Schmetterling would be defeated. And I would win the game, so I can see why you don't want to risk that.
Run, Schmetterling, run!
Okay, where's he running?
1, 2.
Woo! All the way over. Oh, that's smart. You know what? That is actually a really good idea because I even had Scarlet here who could come around potentially and start taking shots at him. His wounds travel with him, of course. Spike's really disappointed. Come on back here, laddie, and take your weapons. Now, one good thing, sort of, for me, is that because Seth has used up all of his magic attacks, any attacks you do against Schmetterling now, he's going to get his full defense. And Luke had been talking about using Greensleeves to attack Schmetterling. And then he had a great idea, which was what, Luke?
First, I'm going to move Greensleeves here.
Right.
And then here.
Now this accomplishes 2 things. First of all, you just collected 2 tokens, which is pretty great. And now you're out of Schmetterling's range.
Uh-huh.
So even if you don't kill him, he's not going to be able to hit you back. Now what did you... Whoa, you got a couple of really good things here. So we haven't seen these before. What this is it's a refreshing potion. The hero using it then gets to take all the guild tokens off of their items. So they don't have to use a rest action to be able to use all their stuff again. Wouldn't Seth love to have this? Thankfully, both of these are going to Greensleeves, although he could trade them later during a rest action.
Now we get to attack.
And crits for Greensleeves count as 2 hits. Whoa!
Yes!
Wow, and just as I said that. So that's going to count as 2 hits. Plus you get to roll another die. Go ahead.
Ooh, boy. Oh.
So it's only 2 hits. Mind you, Schmetterling gets 3 dice and 2 rerolls. Here we go. Okay, 1 blocked.
Both misses. Both misses.
Oh! Yes! You did it!
Schmetterling in your face!
Schmetterling takes an arrow to the knee, and he has been defeated. And there's not really any point in doing his payback reaction, which would be to sort of run this way and then trip and spill his soup everywhere. So, congratulations, Luke. You've completed your first quest. So if you give me one of your guild tokens here, Luke, I'm going to put that on the Kill the Troll quest. And that means whichever one of us completes a second quest will win this scenario. And since Schmetterling isn't coming back, that means my only option is to save one of the lords. Whereas Luke can save a lord or kill one of the blue heroes. So my guys need to be careful. So yeah, Spike's in trouble because although Greensleeve has exhausted his 1 item, he picked up those 2 potions, which means he can refresh that slingshot anytime he wants and then come after me. So I am going to run 1, 2, 3. That puts me far enough away from Greensleeves, but not Seth. Seth could still come chase me, but unlike old Schmetterling who runs, Spike is running to a fight. I'm going to attack these monsters here. And I'm going to target the Orc Marauder with my Nova Bolt. So it's possible if I roll crits, I might also kill the Goblin Archer. And I actually don't even mind if the Orc comes after me and defeats me, because that would save me from being attacked by Luke. Here we go. I'm kind of hoping I roll poor. And boy, did I ever. And that means the Orc Marauder now gets a payback reaction.
Which he's going to do by going 1... and staying here.
Okay, I hadn't thought about that. So, Luke, we could probably stop even right here and just let the viewers take it.
No.
Why?
Because this is going to go 1, 2, 3 and attack you.
You know what you want to do, don't you?
Yep.
And you're going to be using the parrying blade. That's going to give you
2
dice. Okay. Good luck.
Here we go. Oh!
It's a miss. Now, because you didn't use magic, Luke, I get my defense roll. Let's see if I can roll any crits.
Wow, crits all around.
I critically missed there. So, Luke, you need to put a guild token on the weapon you just used. I need to put one on Nova Bolt, because I used that last time. Spike is being surrounded on all sides here. He doesn't like it. I'm going to attack. I have one last possible option. I'm going to use Life Drain on this Goblin Archer. Attacking Seth seems kind of pointless because he has 3 defense dice. I'm going to be only rolling at most 2 of my attack dice, and they're ranged, which are a little harder to get. So let's hopefully kill this Goblin Archer. Okay, so I got 1 wound. That will kill it, but if I want to prevent it from getting a payback reaction, I'm going to need 1 more hit. And hey, there it is. So the Goblin Archer is defeated. I gain 1 gold coin for that. And now I'm going to move 1, 2, and teleport into here. Teleporting doesn't cause guard reactions. And I'm not running from you, to be clear. Spike is running to this Orc Marauder to fight.
I don't believe it.
I don't think anyone believes it. Well, this episode has been a roller coaster of emotions for me. I've had some highs, I've had a few lows. Hanging on there by a thread. You caught up to me with the quests, that's good. We're turning it back over to you guys to help us decide what should Luke do for his turn. I also want to mention, if you donated during our fundraiser at the editor level, you should have received an email letting you know that you had a chance to check this episode out in advance to help us check for errors. If you didn't get that, well, check your junk folder and then send me an email and let me know that you got missed, and we'll make sure you get added for future editorial episodes. Okay, I think that's everything. Until the next episode,
Thanks for watching.